This is an experiment I've wanted to try for a while, and Dell had a sale over Christmas, so I couldn't resist. What we've got here are three 16:9 monitors in 2D surround mode, and the result is more or less a 16:9 aspect ratio, but much bigger than a conventional monitor. This is not the same as just using a big TV. The resolution is much higher. An HD TV has a resolution of 1920 by 1080, which is only about 2 megapixels. The monitors I'm using here each have a resolution of 1600 by 900, which gives us 4.3 megapixels, actually 4.7, as we need extra pixels for the bezels. The real advantage of this setup over the more typical ultra-wide display is it more closely matches the natural human field of view. Our eyes can take in about 170 degrees horizontally, about 100 degrees vertically, which is roughly the same aspect ratio as this display. So if we set the zoom and viewing distance correctly, we can get a more or less life-size display, and crucially we can see most of the instrument panel as well as the view out of the windscreen. I've explained how to do this setup in detail in a previous video. So that's the theory, and as you can see here it works just as we expect. With a head tracker, this is just about the best setup we can get. Unfortunately, I'm at the budget end of the scale here, and it doesn't work all that well in practice. These are 20-inch monitors, and frankly they're too small. The overall dimensions are okay, but the bezels are too close together and they're quite intrusive on the instrument panel. I would have liked to try Dell's 24-inch IPS monitors, but they cost £300 each, which is well beyond my means for now. Another reason I chose these particular monitors is the pixel count isn't much bigger than my regular setup, so I could be fairly confident my PC would handle it. Even with 1080p monitors, the pixel count goes up to about 6.7 megapixels, which is almost half as many pixels again. And sure enough, this setup runs smoothly for me, although there is a noticeable vertical ripple effect when moving the view around. It seems like the screen refreshes are fractionally later from left to right, although this is hard to see in the video. But the main issue with these budget screens is visible, and it's a consequence of the inadequate vertical viewing angle, or actually the horizontal angle, as we've got these turned on their ends. Now these screens are quoted with a 170 degree horizontal and 160 degree vertical viewing angle, but I don't think that tells the whole story. You can clearly see a dark band at the right hand side of each screen, and this suggests that whatever the viewing angle, it isn't distributed symmetrically around the central position. In practice there's no way of positioning these screens without these dark bands, and so they just aren't suitable for this application. These are TN LCD panels, which although generally regarded as better for games and also cheaper, are well known for their limited vertical viewing angles, and I definitely recommend shopping for IPS panels if you're going to do this. And just as a final experiment, these panels do work great in landscape mode, although again we're back to the letterbox format, and even more so because these are only 20-inch screens. For FSX, and until they make truly high resolution big screens, it's almost a shame that 4x3 monitors have gone out of fashion.